Hello and welcome to part 8 of the layout update. As you can see in front of you, the quarry scene's pretty much done now. Looking back over the last update, so it's about the last month and a half or so, this was just the painted wall and the top. So I'll quickly just show you around. All of this has been covered in part 3 of building the quarry hillside. I'll throw a link up the top. I think it looks really nice. You can't really sort of see some of the seams where the lift out sections are. I'll just put the camera down and I'll show you what I mean. Nice and easy to remove. I've already had a couple of issues, so I've had to take the tops off. And then another 2 sections there which lift off. Nice and simple. So that's the finished quarry. I've also got a couple of new buildings that I got over Christmas and built up since the last update, so I'll just take the camera off of the tripod and I'll take you in for a close look. This is the follow kit, which is the jaw crusher. The conveyor belt does move, which I may end up motorizing. It was a pretty fiddly kit to make. I will be putting some larger type gravel stones in there to make it look a bit more realistic. Probably get a touch of weather in as well at some point, because it does look pretty in sort of pristine condition. So that's that one. I've also bought this. This is a new building from the Metcalf range. I think this was just their normal factory. I'll just go and grab the box. Yep, that's their industrial unit. It's really nice. Finishes off the buildings in here. There is actually a building like this in the quarry behind my house. So what I'm planning on doing is getting a dimmer, a yellow orangish light for the office, which is closed in inside, and then I'll probably be trying to get a flashing welding light to go into the main factory. So hopefully in these 2 glass bits here you'll be able to see the flashing welding light. that's its final position. I also got this in the Hatton sale. This is the Backscene craft weighbridge. Perfect, so when the lorries come in, it get loaded up, be it from either there or over here with the diggers, etc. It will come onto the weighbridge and then go out onto the roads. Next up, I got this daypole crane. I won't go into too much detail because it's not finished yet, and I've got some plans for this, which will probably be in the next. It will all be finished in the next update. Plus, I'll be doing a separate video on the plans that I've got for this particular crane. So keep your eye out for that. To finish the quarry off, I'm planning on doing all along this bit around here would be like a ballasty type of effect, and then here I'm planning on doing a road. We've also like a loading bay here for the cement. So what I've been doing, I've got a couple of scrap pieces of plywood, and I've been sort of testing away. I don't want just a black road, so I think it was this one which was used with a sponge. This one was, I think, a paintbrush. This is just PVA with ballast glued on, and then this one was the sponge method again, but with sprinkled ballast on it. So that's 4 ideas for the road, but I'll see how it comes along. I would like it sort of like this finish, so it'd be a bit more practicing on my behalf, and I'll see how that goes. So hopefully by the next update this should all be painted, and also all the ballast should be down. I probably won't have time to get a gate in with the fence, with the security fence in there, and I also want a barrier to go there, just so normal, maybe general sort of cars can't go into the main quarry operations. But we'll see how it plans out. Also, since the last update, I've got the quarry tracks in. Not as long as I was hoping, but it'll be alright. I can fit. I also got some more of these Freightliner wagons. I think the line that they're on now can fit I think it's 3, and I think the other one can also fit 3, but I've only got enough to fit 2 on there, so they're all operational now. And also the track coming from the sidings into the quarry, I'll put a link up, but if you watch back on my recent running session, you'll see these wagons in operation with the Class 66. I've also extended the sidings here. Originally they only went up to about here, and I was finding that the rakes of wagons that I've got wasn't long enough. It was just overhanging that point at the end. So what I've done is I've extended it all the way back to the edge of the board there, and that gives me enough room for about 2 of these sort of little hoppers here, and enough for another one of the Freightliner wagons. So hopefully that should help out a bit with running. I'm in the also in the planning stage of looking at back scenes. It will go all the way from this corner along the back, and then all the way down here, and then it will carry on. I'll take all these old ones out, put new ones in, and it'll carry on all the way down to that corner, and probably just to that side of the station building. Not sure on the design yet. I'm pretty sure on how I'm going to build them. It would be a bit like Everard Junction, so I'll have some lengths of plywood going up, so from the bottom of the baseboard, or the top of the baseboard even, to the top about here, and I will be then probably sticking some 3M Velcro against that, and then also against the back scene itself. I'm not sure on the design. As I said, there's 3 options at the moment I've got, so it'll either be the ID back scenes, probably the Into the Town series, and I think I'm using pack C and D, which is more of the countryside bit of it, and at the other end where the station is, there's a couple of houses. It's just not long enough to do the full length. So that's option A. Option B is just a sky bluish colour all over, so it'd be from the bottom to the top and all the way along. Or option C is to get my older sister to paint the back scenes, so it'll have on the top it'll have sky, and then on the bottom it will be some hills, and maybe some trees painted. As I said, I'm not sure yet. That was option C. My biggest, more favourable to the option A, so that's the back scene, the printed back scenes. They do look better in my opinion. My only worry about that is the way the weather changes. So 1 minute it can be nice and warm, the next minute it could be freezing cold. So I'm sort of worried about the printed back scene peeling away. So we'll see. hopefully I'll get the backscene boards up by the next update. I won't have any of the options done. It'll just be the backscenes will literally be up. Yeah, so we'll see how that plans out. The next thing I've been recently doing is the loft's been a bit of a mess, so I've spent some time tidying it up. These boxes probably won't stay in this position, but what I've got is I've got all my daypole stuff this side. I've got all my Hornby stuff on the top shelf, and then all my Backman stuff on the bottom shelf. I've also had a bit of a tidy up, so I've got all my glues, paints, sprays. I've got plaster bandage in those drawers, bits and pieces, and then again more bits and pieces. I've got my drawers here, all fill up with bits and pieces. So this straw, it's got scatter materials, static grasses, the static grass applicator. This one's got more grasses, ballast. I've also picked up some of the new Hatton's ballast. I'll see how that looks on the Quarry. More boxes full of bits, gravels, all for the Quarry. This little one has got big paints and weathering powders and washes. I don't think I've got anything in that one, nope. I've got all my kits and people in this one, tools in this one, and spare wire. Originally it was all on these shelves, and it was a bit of a pain in the arse to get past this bit, so I've got all my bigger boxes up here. Makes everything a lot tidier, a lot neater, and I actually know where to find stuff now, so that would be helpful for the future. So that's about it for this update. I'm trying to work on one scene at a time, make my way around the layout, so hopefully the whole Quarry scene will be complete within the next couple of months. So tracks ballasted, all the scenery in place, all working, lighting. So that's it for now, and I'll see you at the next one. Any questions, get in touch. Cheers.